Elliot Oliver Robertson Rodger was born on July 24, 1991, in London, England, to Peter Rodger, a British filmmaker, and Lai Chin Rodger, a Malaysian-born nurse who had worked on film sets. His paternal grandfather, George Rodger, was a renowned photojournalist known for documenting the liberation of Nazi concentration camps. In 1995, when Elliot was 5, the family moved to Woodland Hills, an affluent neighborhood in Los Angeles. There, Elliot attended Pinecrest schools before transferring to Topanga Elementary School. At age 7, Elliot's parents divorced. He and his younger sister lived with their mother during the week and spent weekends with their father, who later remarried Salma Akhaboun, a Moroccan-born actress. From an early age, Elliot exhibited signs of social withdrawal. He was described as quiet and reserved, often avoiding eye contact and preferring solitary activities. He struggled with social interactions, often feeling overwhelmed in crowded or noisy environments. In 1999, Elliot's mother filed for increased child support, citing that her son was a high-functioning autistic child with special needs. A subsequent evaluation by Dr. Stianum Scappa suggested that Elliot's challenges might be better explained by depression and anxiety rather than autism. As he grew older, Elliot became increasingly self-conscious about his appearance, particularly his short stature and slender build. He briefly took up basketball, hoping it would help him grow taller. He also dyed his hair blonde and started skateboarding in an attempt to fit in with his peers. During his teenage years, Elliot's social difficulties intensified. He attended Crespi Carmelite High School, an all-boys Catholic school in Encino, where he reported being bullied by older students. He later transferred to Taft High School, but left after only a week due to anxiety attacks. Elliot eventually enrolled at Independence Continuation High School, a smaller institution with a more flexible schedule. There, he managed to graduate in 2010. Throughout his adolescence, Elliot struggled with feelings of isolation and rejection. He often retreated into online gaming and forums, seeking solace in virtual worlds. Despite his parents' efforts to support him, including therapy and medication, Elliot's sense of alienation persisted. By the time he reached adulthood, Elliot had developed a deep-seated resentment toward those he perceived as more socially successful, particularly women and men in relationships. This animosity would later manifest in the tragic events that unfolded in Isla Vista. In the weeks leading up to May 23, 2014, Elliot Rodger meticulously crafted a chilling document titled My Twisted World. This 137-page manifesto detailed his life experiences, grievances, and the motivations behind his planned attack. Rodger's writings revealed a deep-seated resentment towards women and society. He expressed frustration over his perceived social isolation and lack of romantic relationships, blaming women for his loneliness. In his manifesto, Rodger outlined a three-phase plan for what he termed the Day of Retribution. The first phase involved killing his roommates to secure his apartment as a base. The second phase targeted women, particularly those in sororities, whom he blamed for his rejection. The final phase was a broader attack on the public, aiming to cause as much harm as possible. On the evening of May 23, Rodger uploaded a video titled Elliot Rodger's Retribution to YouTube. In the video, he articulated his intentions and grievances, stating, "Tomorrow is the day of retribution, the day in which I will have my revenge against humanity." Rodger also emailed his manifesto to several individuals, including family members and his therapist, shortly before commencing his attack. This act ensured that his narrative and motivations would be widely disseminated. The combination of the manifesto and video provided insight into Rodger's mindset and the factors that led to his violent actions. They have since been analyzed extensively to understand the warning signs and prevent similar tragedies in the future. On the evening of May 23, 2014, the coastal community of Isla Vista, California, was plunged into chaos and horror as Elliot Rodger embarked on a meticulously planned killing spree that lasted approximately 20 minutes. This brief yet devastating period resulted in 6 innocent lives lost, 14 individuals injured, and a community forever scarred. The initial attack, Rodger's rampage, began at his apartment, where he brutally stabbed his 2 roommates, Shang Yuan Hong and Wai Hen Wang, both 20 years old. He then waited for their friend, George Chen, 19, to arrive and attacked him as well. The violence was staggering. Chen suffered 94 stab wounds, Rodger attempted to clean the scene, changed clothes, and even visited a nearby Starbucks before returning to his apartment to upload a chilling video titled Elliot Rodger's Retribution to YouTube. In this video, he detailed his plans and motivations, expressing deep-seated resentment towards women and society. The sorority house at approximately 9:15 p.m. Rodger drove to the Alpha Phi sorority house near the University of California, Santa Barbara. He knocked on the door for several minutes but received no answer. Frustrated, he returned to his car and, at around 9:27 p.m., encountered 3 women walking nearby. He opened fire, killing Veronica Weiss, 19, and Catherine Cooper, 22, and injuring the third woman. Continued violence. Rodger then drove to a nearby deli, where he shot and killed Christopher Michaels Martinez, 20. As he continued driving through Isla Vista, he fired at pedestrians and cyclists, injuring several individuals. He also exchanged gunfire with police officers, who responded swiftly to the unfolding crisis. The conclusion at approximately 9:33 p.m. Rodger's vehicle collided with another car. When officers approached, they found him dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The entire sequence of events, from the initial attack to Rodger's death, transpired in less than 20 minutes. The aftermath, the Isla Vista killings, prompted widespread discussions about mental health, gun control, and the warning signs that preceded the tragedy. Rodger's manifesto and online postings revealed a troubled individual whose grievances escalated into a deadly rampage. The community mourned the loss of 6 young lives and grappled with the senselessness of the violence. In the immediate aftermath of the Isla Vista killings, the world grappled with the horrifying details of Elliot Rodger's rampage. As the community mourned the loss of 6 innocent lives and tended to the wounded, a broader conversation began to emerge, one that delved into the underlying issues of misogyny, mental health, and societal expectations. Rodger's manifesto and online presence revealed a deeply troubled individual consumed by feelings of rejection and entitlement. His writings and videos expressed a profound resentment towards women and society at large, blaming them for his perceived failures. This toxic ideology resonated with certain online communities, particularly those identifying as incels or involuntary celibates, who viewed Rodger as a martyr for their cause. However, the public's response was not limited to shock and horror. In the days following the tragedy, a powerful movement emerged on social media. The hashtag #YesAllWomen began trending on Twitter as women from around the world shared their personal experiences with sexism, harassment, and violence. This collective outpouring highlighted the pervasive nature of misogyny and the everyday challenges women face. The #YesAllWomen movement served as a counter-narrative to the #NotAllMen hashtag, which aimed to distance the majority of men from the actions of individuals like Rodger. While acknowledging that not all men engage in such behavior, #YesAllWomen emphasized that all women experience its effects. The movement quickly gained momentum, with over 1.2 million tweets in just 4 days, sparking widespread discussions about gender inequality and the need for societal change. Beyond social media, the tragedy prompted calls for action on multiple fronts. Advocates pushed for stricter gun control laws, better mental health support, and increased awareness of online radicalization. Educational institutions and policymakers began examining the cultural factors that contribute to such acts of violence, seeking ways to prevent future tragedies. The Isla Vista killings also led to a reevaluation of how society addresses issues of masculinity and entitlement. Experts emphasized the importance of redefining traditional notions of masculinity, promoting emotional intelligence, and fostering healthy relationships. By addressing these root causes, communities aimed to create environments where individuals like Rodger would not feel compelled to resort to violence. In the years since the tragedy, the legacy of the Isla Vista killings continues to influence conversations about gender, violence, and societal norms. The #YesAllWomen movement stands as a testament to the power of collective voices in challenging systemic issues and advocating for change. While the pain of that day remains, the response it inspired serves as a beacon of hope for a more equitable and compassionate future.